Daily Life English Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Life English Podcast. I'm Mark.
And I'm Sarah. We are so happy to have you tuning in today. If you were trying to step up from intermediate English to the next level, you are in the perfect place.
Today, we are talking about a topic that I am honestly a bit of an expert on. Not because I'm good at fixing it, but because I experience it every single day. We are talking about laziness. Specifically, how to stop being lazy.
You lazy, Mark? I don't believe it. You run a podcast with me.
Oh, trust me, Sarah. Behind the scenes, getting out of bed or starting a difficult project feels like climbing a mountain sometimes.
I think everyone feels that way. But today, we want to look at the difference between just needing a rest and actual laziness. Plus, we'll share some practical habits to help you get moving.
Exactly. Let's start with a basic B1 question. Sarah, what does lazy actually mean to you in daily life?
To me, being lazy means you know you have a task to do, you have the time to do it, you have the energy, but you choose to do something easier instead, like scrolling on your phone or watching TV. It's a conscious choice to avoid effort.
That's a perfect definition. In English, we also have a much more B2 level word for this. It's a big word, but very common. Procrastination.
Oh, that is a classic B2 vocabulary word. Let's spell it out for our listeners. Procrastination. To procrastinate means to delay doing something that you must do, usually because it is unpleasant or boring.
Right. So a lazy person might not want to do anything at all, but a procrastinator might actually be very busy doing the wrong things. For example, instead of studying for an English exam, you decide to clean your entire room.
I am so guilty of that. I call it productive procrastination. My kitchen is never cleaner than when I have a major work deadline coming up.
Exactly. Your brain tells you, hey, I'm not being lazy. Look at me cleaning. But in reality, you are just avoiding the main task.
So why do we do this? Science actually shows that procrastination and laziness aren't usually about a lack of willpower. It's often about emotion. We avoid tasks that make us feel anxious, bored, or insecure.
That's an important point for our B2 learners. Insecurity. Sometimes we don't start a project because we are afraid we won't do it perfectly. We are afraid of failure, so it's easier to not try at all.
Wow, that's deep, Mark, but totally true. Perfectionism often looks like laziness from the outside. If a student thinks, my English isn't good enough to write this essay, they might put it off until the last minute.
So how do we break this cycle? What is step number 1 to stop being lazy?
For me, the best strategy is to break the task down.
What do you mean by break it down?
Well, if your goal is, I need to study English for 3 hours today, that feels massive. It feels overwhelming. Your brain gets scared and says, let's watch Netflix instead. But if you break it down into a tiny step, like I am just going to open my textbook and read for 5 minutes, it becomes easy.
Ah, I see. 5 minutes sounds so small that your brain doesn't fight it. And usually once you start, it's much easier to keep going.
Exactly. The hardest part of any task is almost always just getting started.
I use a similar rule called the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to do, like putting your dirty dish in the dishwasher or replying to a quick email, do it immediately. Don't wait. Don't put it on a to-do list. Just do it. I love that rule. It stops those tiny, everyday tasks from building up into a huge mountain of chores. Because when you see a mess everywhere, that's when you feel overwhelmed and decide to just lie on the couch.
Let's pivot a bit here to the environment. Do you think where we live or work affects our laziness?
Absolutely. Your environment triggers your habits. If you try to study on your bed, your brain associates the bed with sleeping, so you will naturally feel lazy and tired.
That's a great B2 word, to associate, to connect two things together in your mind. I associate my desk with work, and I associate my sofa with relaxing.
Exactly. So if you want to stop being lazy, change your environment. Go to a coffee shop, go to a library, or at least sit at a proper table. And most importantly, hide your smartphone.
Oh, the smartphone is the ultimate enemy of focus. It is designed to keep us distracted. If my phone is next to me on the desk, even if it is face down, I am tempted to pick it up every 2 minutes.
Me too. I actually have to put my phone in another room when I am recording or writing. If I have to physically get up and walk to another room to check it, I usually don't bother.
That's a brilliant way to use your own laziness to your advantage. You're too lazy to walk to the other room, so you stay focused on your work.
Exactly. Fight laziness with laziness.
Now, let's talk about motivation. A lot of intermediate learners tell me, Mark, I want to study English, but I just don't feel motivated today. I'll wait until I feel motivated. What do you say to them, Sarah?
I say don't wait for motivation. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings change all the time. If you only work when you feel motivated, you will only work a few days a month.
Ouch, that's a hard truth, but you're completely right. Discipline is much more reliable than motivation. Discipline means doing what you need to do, even when you hate it in the moment.
Right. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't wake up every morning feeling super motivated or excited to brush your teeth, right? You just do it because it's a non-negotiable habit. We need to treat our goals, like learning English or exercising, the same way.
Non-negotiable. Another fantastic B2 phrase. It means something that cannot be changed, debated, or skipped. It is an absolute rule.
Yes, make your study time non-negotiable. Even if you only do 10 minutes, consistency is what matters. 10 minutes every day is 100 times better than studying for 5 hours once a month.
Let's summarize the main points we've covered today for our listeners who want to beat laziness. Identify if you are actually lazy or just procrastinating because of fear or stress. Break large tasks into tiny, bite-sized steps. Use the 2-minute rule for small chores. Separate your workspace from your resting space. Don't wait for motivation. Build discipline instead.
That is a great checklist, Mark. And remember, everyone has lazy days. It is completely normal to have a day where you do nothing. The goal isn't to be a robot 24 hours a day. The goal is to control the laziness so it doesn't control your life.
Well said, Sarah. So, to our listeners out there, what is one thing you have been delaying or putting off this week?
Stop this video right now. Well, wait until we say goodbye. And go spend just 5 minutes working on it. You will feel so much better afterward.
Thank you so much for listening to Daily Life English Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below practicing some of the new words you learned today.
Keep pushing forward, keep building those good habits, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.